What's up? So, Football Digest Fancams, of course, for the North London Derby, Arsenal versus Spurs, of which tumedraw, and I'm joined by a man like Salim Waziry, sio?
Yeah, Salim Waziry.
Shabiki sugu wa timu gani?
Manchester City, the champions, in waiting this season again.
Again?
Again.
Raundi lazima tuwapokonye bana.
But bro, we have watched all the teams play.
Yeah.
Arsenal, I thought they are worthy competitors, but they keep on fumbling time and time again.
Yes.
And for Manchester City, the depth in quality that they have, man, a team has got to be almost perfect
Yeah, almost
to take
100%.
yes, absolutely, to take that trophy away from Man City, because as we speak, Man City just look too good. They look too good.
They look so good. I have to apologize to Salim Waziry, alikuja kuona his closest rivals. Unajua Arsenal ndio na closest rivals. Today we were anything but close. We were poor. What did you think of our performance?
It was a bit of here and there, but then again, we always talk about substitutions. I thought, in my opinion, I'm not a coach, I'm not a gaffer by profession, but when you have Jesus in there, he's a man who can score you goals.
Yes.
Leave him on, and then take Nketiah off.
Yes.
So I think it was just, you look at Pep Guardiola many a times. The substitutions he makes in big games is what wins him the match. And if the match is tied 1-1, that is what wins him games, because if you make a mistake when it comes to substitutions, Nyash, you're not winning that match.
Yeah.
And today, Spurs were all there for the taking. So it was a matter of who are you bringing on. And I've said this, and I think I'm living to be proved right. Kai Havertz again, time and time again. The more I watch him, the more he keeps on proving me right. He's just not an Arsenal kind of player or a big team kind of player, because I think to me he's too weak.
Yeah.
And then he doesn't bring anything special to the game. So it's just an average footballer that has been overhyped, because for now, Arsenal, with the way Man City are turning on the afterburners,
Yeah.
if they want to go toe-to-toe with Manchester City, I think
These are games they should be winning.
yeah, where you win the games, let me tell you, Nyash, where you win the league is against the Arsenals, the Manchester Uniteds, the Chelseas of this world, the Spurs of this world. You go out there and you bottle it.
Yeah.
You're not winning the league.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Yeah, and so far Arsenal has dropped 4 points in the past 5 games.
Yeah.
That's terrible, because, I mean, considering last season how we used to play, tulifumble mwisho wa season. The
Yeah.
draws that came through, the West Ham, the Liverpool, the Southampton. But now imeanza mapema, which is a tad worry.
Yes, and you see Man City have all, it's a perfect record. So far it's a perfect record. And 6 out of 6. And you bear in mind, KDB is not playing.
Yes.
They look like they're not missing KDB. So Arsenal, for them to stay within touching distance of Manchester City, they have got to win these games. Because if KDB comes back, you're talking about Kovacic coming back. Because forget about United, forget about Chelsea. It's a two-horse race. It's Arsenal's and Manchester City's to lose. So Arsenal have got to make sure they win these games. Because if they don't win it, and Manchester City pulls that 10-point gap, they are done and dusted.
Yeah, because already it's 4 points now. The gap between Arsenal and Man City, it's terrible. Do you think we are sleeping on Spurs and Liverpool?
Not really. I think
Wako tu.
for Liverpool, yeah, they're winning games. They look like they're getting back to their very best. But when you watch their games, there's a lot of vulnerability. There's just something that is not really right. And you look at Liverpool, Dominic and McAllister in there. I don't think when they come up against an Arsenal, they come up against a Man City, there will be a problem, because you need, let me tell you, Nyash, you need someone at the best of that midfield. You look at why are Spurs doing well now? They have Bissouma. Yeah, he can control the tempo of the play, he can win back possession. You look at Arsenal, they have Rice, win back possession. Look at Chelsea, look at City. Rodri wins back possession, dictates play as much as they want. So for you to win these titles, you must have a recognized CDM. You don't have that, your defense becomes so exposed.
You're in trouble. Speaking of Rodri, nasikia alisikia na face Declan in 2 weeks, akasema, let me take a chill pill.
Oh, man.
What was that?
Yesterday they were so temperamental. I've never watched my City team. I've never watched a City team that is that.
They looked rattled.
Yeah, they were rattled, and you're leading 2-0. I know. Yesterday after the match, man, Pep Guardiola gave he tore into him proper, because you're leading 2-0. You're a mature player. I think it was Gibbs White who provoked him, and then he got the red card. So you're a very mature player in Rodri, a Champions League winner. He's a starter at Spain, de la Furia Roja. So I think for me, you've got to keep your calm, because right now, when you remove, people keep on saying, Nyasha, we're talking about KDB is a heartbeat of Manchester City team. No, Rodri is a heartbeat. He can dictate play. He's a man that he's a go-to guy. I'm very sure in that team sheet, he's the first person on that team sheet because he's ever fit. He never gets red cards. He never gets stupid yellow cards. So I think for me, and it's at the Emirates. I think it's at the Emirates in October. So it's a problem because I don't trust Phillips. But good news, KDB might be on the bench. So
by that time,
yeah.
Do you think you can beat Arsenal without Rodri?
Yeah, comfortably.
Comfortable.
No, this Arsenal that I've watched, the Arsenal that I've watched
today
for the past four weeks, absolutely. They go and do that against Manchester City. Man City will rip Arsenal apart.
I agree with that.
Yeah.
But I don't think you can beat us without Rodri, though. The last time you tore into us, you had a midfield of Rodri, Gundogan, I think KDB.
Yeah. But Matthias Nunes has been as good as they get.
Yeah.
Kovacic is quite some player. He'll be back then.
He'll be back by then?
Yeah, he will be back by then. Okay. You look at the options Pep Guardiola has. He comes up against, if Arsenal go with that midfield, probably they want, because I think Arteta likes Kai Havertz for some weird reason. He throws him in there against those beasts. I think that we will rip Arsenal apart.
For sure. All right, lastly, Chelsea.
Oh, boy.
We're going to miss Jackson. They don't have a striker, do they?
They said he's going to score goals, but I don't think he's not a top striker yet. Still he's a young man. I think he's 21 or 22.
I'm not sure on his age.
Yeah. I think he's around that age. And then again, we are talking about CDM again. They brought Caicedo. But you've seen Caicedo. He doesn't look like the player that was at Brighton. The pressure is different. When you're playing at Brighton, they don't want you to win the league. The pressure is different. So you go to Arsenal, you go to Chelsea, then you know. Yeah. There's where
Same as Modric.
Absolutely. The chicken now is coming home to roost. So it's a different ballgame because here you're fighting for Champions League titles. They tell you you've got to be at least in the Champions League. So it's a must. Yeah. It's not like it's an ask. It's not a request. Yeah. You have to be there. So he has been at Brighton where if you finish top 7, home and dry. Yeah. But if you don't, then you're playing against players that you have Enzo Fernandez next to you, a 100+ million player. So the pressure is kind of getting to him. So for Chelsea, I think the more things change, the more they remain the same. And then today again, they were walloped by Aston Villa, got a red card. So I think for Chelsea fans out there, you got to forgive me. They might fight relegation this season.
Do you think Poch will be fired this season? I'm out of my because they have some tough fixtures come late October and November.
Yeah, I think again, for it to work, you've got to give Poch time because he has been there. Yeah, he has been as Spurs never won stuff. When PSG won the title, but then again, that's a farmers league. You don't rank coaches with that league. I think in the league, I think Tom Boley has got to give him time because he finds a way to get that inspiration out of players or he motivates players. He's like a father figure to these guys. But I think that squad is just too young to compete now. It's just too young. Yeah.
All right, thanks, man.
Thanks. Anytime. Anytime.
Shukran, bro.